monetary stuff. He said, watch this. He said, watch this, Bible side. He said, I don't care if God never pay your light bill.
All right.
That's not why I barack him. He said, I don't care if God never heals your physical body. That's not why we come here to barack him. Single woman, I don't care if God never bring you your apple. That's not why we come here. Y'all still with me? To barack him. Immediately, we think about blessings, monetary stuff. Now, can I say something to you? You're going to be mad at me, but if that's what your worship is all about, and if that's what your praise is all about, then you don't have to come here to this building to worship for monetary stuff. As a matter of fact, you don't have to worship God. You can worship the devil and get stuff. The devil blesses you with stuff. He has the ability to give stuff. And so if that's what your worship is all about, quit singing in the choir, quit ushering, quit coming in here. Just stay at home and do what you do. If your worship is about stuff, then worship the devil. And I know I'm right about it because I know he can bless you with stuff because that's what Matthew chapter 4 was all about. But the Bible says that the Spirit of the Lord led Jesus to the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. The text says that one of the major temptations was the devil took him up high on a mountain. And he showed him the kingdoms and the riches of the world. And Satan says, I have the power to give all of that to you. Watch this. If you bow down and worship me. Tell somebody, say, he can bless you. And so if you're coming here for things is what you are all about, then God does not accept your worship. All right. Y'all still like me? Now, he says, it's ain't the same. It ain't about what God gives us. But it's about what he does for us. Yeah. You missed your shout here. Oh, you see me? It ain't about what God gives us. It's what he has already done for us. Did you catch that? Touch that and say, did you catch this? What he has done for us. Incidentally, this word benefit here in the text, it's a Hebrew word, gamil. Say gamil. Gamil. Do your lips like this. Gamil. Gamil is the Hebrew word here in the text. And watch this. It literally means, gamil literally means, watch this, acts of goodwill. It means service rendered. It means something done for you that you were not capable of doing for yourself. That's the word benefit. He says we ought to barack him for all of his service that he has rendered. Are y'all still with me here? Unto you and I. Now, you do know, watch this, let me come another way. You do know we pay good money for good service. You do understand that's why when you go to restaurants, that's why our food is overpriced. Okay, I didn't come down your lane on that, but okay. When you go get your oil change, that's why the oil change is overpriced. Okay, I didn't come down your lane on that one. When you go get your hair did, I know that's bad grammar, but it rolls off real good. It rolls off the tongue real smooth. When you go get your nails did, when they messing with your crusty tongue, when they messing with your feet, are y'all with me here? You're not really paying for the food. You're not really paying paying for the oil change. You're not really paying for the nails in the head. What you're really paying for is the service. Because quiet as kept, you can wash your own hands. Quiet as kept, you can do your own nails and your own crusty feet. Come on, go with me here. Quiet as kept, every man in here, if he's talking, can change his own oil. But what you are paying for is the service. Tell somebody, say, it's the service. It's the service. It's the service. And we don't mind giving a good gratuitous gift. That's why it's called gratuity. We don't mind showing gratitude for good service. Are y'all with me here? But with that same picture in mind, David here says in this text that you and I have been rendered some service from the Lord. He says, and it might be in your best interest not to ever forget what he has done for you. Tell somebody, say, you might not want to forget that. You might not want to forget. Now, you ought to show some gratitude. That's what we come here on Sunday morning. Do you know it's a serious deal with God when you miss church? It's a serious deal with God when you miss church. Because this is the place where we do it collectively. And incidentally, in the text, this is corporate collective worship. When I don't show up at church, when I can be at church, what you telling God is, what you did for me really ain't no big deal. I wish I had time to prove it to you in the text. I wish I had. He says we don't show our gratitude. We don't watch this. Watch this. David says, here's one thing that he's done for us. He named several, but can I just pick on one? I just want to pick, you ain't got time to listen to them all, so can I just give you one good one? David says he has removed our transgression. Now, notice the text did not say in verse 12, he's removed our sins. The text says he has removed our transgressions. You see, you pay for sin. That's why the Bible says for the wages. Sin. You pay for sin. But watch this. But you die for transgression. You didn't get that. You didn't get that. Sin has a price. Some of us paying it now for some stuff we've done. But transgression says death. Are y'all listening to me? He says to us, he has removed that which has supposed to have given you and I the death penalty. Somebody ought to say thank you. This word transgression, pishah in the Hebrew, it literally means to willfully rebel against authority. Willful. That's what transgression is. I'm my own prayer. Wow. Transgression is a position that the heart takes. Because when I rebel against authority in my heart, I act it out with my action. Are y'all listening to me? Now, David here says one of the benefits, one of God's acts of service to us is he has removed. He has, that word removed, he has distance our transgressions from us. David says this is transgression, that God has put that away from us, watch this, as far as I'm ready to go home, as far as the east is from the west. Now, can I ask somebody a question? How far is east from west? You don't know. Scientists don't know. You know why the text said as far as the east is from the west? Y'all ever heard of lines of longitude and latitude? You all know that Earth, the world, the planet is a sphere. You understand that, right? That means it's shorter this way and it's fatter that way. Naturally, physically, the Earth is longer this way than it is that way. And guess what? That's why lines of latitude and longitude, yeah, I'll tell you geography just for a second. Watch this, watch this. That's why I'm glad God said, I put your transgression. Yeah, you rebel. Yeah, you act a fool. But you know what? I'm going to throw it over there to the east. I'm going to throw it over there to the west. I'm glad he said east and west and not north and south. Can I tell you why? Because north and south have a point of end. It's called the North Pole. It's called the South Pole. And whenever you fly to the North Pole and you get to that point, at that point you start going south. Somebody ought to help me here. If you fly south, if you fly as far south as the South Pole, at that point you start coming back north. But if you go east and if you go west, those points never meet up. God said, I know you've been tripping on me. I know you slapped me in the face. I know you've been disrespectful. You've been a disobedient child. But I'm willing to put that behavior from you as far as the east. Somebody ought to say, thank you, Jesus. In other words, your past will never come up again. So I won't even bring it up. It even goes deeper to bring it up. Watch this. When God forgives, and it's in the text. But watch this. This is mine. Am I holding on too long? When God trying to help somebody, quit beating yourself over the head of your stuff. God says this, when I have forgiven you, east from the west. He says, when you come to me and say, well, Lord, you remember what I did? God said, remember what? You know, back in 77 when I was, God said,